Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back into the 50 plus KC Gaming job, and it is Wednesday, and you know what's going to play some more MLB The Show. So check out the new stuff on the program. Let's start jumping right in. Let's go look in the spring cleanup here. Let's see. What's the daily moment? All right, so we got Greg Maddux. Cool. That's the new daily moment from yesterday. I didn't get to play much yesterday, so haven't been able to play as much as I'd like, so I'm still way behind on the program. So hopefully we'll get to what we need to get to. If not, we don't. So, all right, so let's go ahead and jump into that one. So was it pitch one inning, don't give up a run, and get a strikeout? All right, I might be able to do that. So happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week. It's hump day. We're about halfway through, so what's going on in the world? None of the serious things in the world, unless we absolutely have to talk about it. But NHL playoffs, the Blues won last night, 5-2, so they're up 3-2 now. So hopefully they can win that series. Let's see here. Royals did what they usually do yesterday. They lost. You know, they are the second worst team in Major League Baseball currently. The only team who's worse, the Cincinnati Reds. So not exactly a good start for the Royals. Offense is looking putrid. The pitching is looking not much better, and that's a bad combination. And they've got a manager who says the same stinking stuff game after game. Oh, yeah, well, they played well for blank innings. Well, yeah, every team can play well for a few innings. It's that one inning that kills them. So, you know, it's like Carlos Hernandez the other day. Well, he pitched well for 4 innings. Well, yeah, but he gave up 6 runs in the 5th. So, doesn't matter how well he pitched in the first 4 now, does it? But anyway, so, yeah, can you tell I'm getting annoyed by that nonsense? I'm almost happy I can't watch the Royals. I'm almost happy I don't have access to them on YouTube TV. So this is it's a ridiculous situation with the Royals. You know, they haven't had a winning year since what, 2015? They were 81-81 in 2016. So yeah, they haven't had a winning record in 7 straight years, and this year doesn't look any different. So they're on pace for a 53-109 win season. Yeah, 53-109. Yeah, and this is on a team that's quote unquote trying to win. Yeah, they didn't tear apart their team the way Oakland and Cincinnati did. Oh no. You know, they brought up their youngster Bobby Witt. They brought up MJ Melendez. True, they only brought him up because other people got hurt. But you know, they signed Zach Greinke. You know, because they're trying to win now. You know, if this is their trying to win, that's just absolutely even more pathetic. So. And it's an organizational problem because you see a lot of pitchers that get away from here and they improve greatly. You see players that get away from the coaching staff here and they improve. People don't improve while they're with the Royals, which is sad. Cal Eldred is a pitching coach, he needs to go. Terry Bradshaw is a hitting coach, he needs to go. Nobody is getting better with these two, quote unquote, helping them. So, yes, I'm annoyed. But, you know, it's the Royals, they're my team, I'm always going to be passionate about them. It's when I start just saying, and I've really been starting to do that lately. So this is just kind of might be my last little bit of rage about the Royals. And then I'm just going to be like, they're the Royals, they do what they do. And, you know, because I don't really miss watching them, because they're not fun to watch. You know? So, and they want to have a downtown stadium, you really are not going to get any support for that if you're playing as poorly as they are. It's just ridiculous. Unless John Sherman's just doing this to get them to move, which, who knows? We've gone through that crap before, especially back when David Glass first took the team. Everybody was talking about contraction, and they were talking about the Royals and the Expos being just taken out of the major leagues. So, just Kansas City loses the baseball team, they will never get another one back. It won't happen. They already lost the A's. They moved to Philadelphia, or moved from Philadelphia to KC, and then from KC to Oakland. And right after they moved to Oakland, they won 3 straight World Series, which was probably like a gut punch to this city. I mean, I was just born in '69, and I wasn't even, really cognizant of baseball at all at that point. But it's just ridiculous. Kansas City loses this baseball team, because I have a feeling that's what they're trying to do, because they aren't trying to win. They're trying to get it to where they can move this team out of town. I guarantee you, the people around here, they are not going to go for a downtown stadium if it's attached to a team that's playing like this. My opinion. So on that happy note, happy Wednesday. So, all right, let's see here what's going on. So I got that featured moment done. We've got spotlight moments, so a whole lot of spotlight moments. All right, so Ron Santo. So let's see if we can't get 6 total bases with Ronnie. Ronnie. All right. There we go. Sorry, just checking something on my computer real quick.
So up next, Ron Santo, a guy who makes an impact not just at the plate, but also in the field.
All right, so let's see what we can do with Ronnie Santo. This is my first time actually using this card, so that'll be interesting. And I've kind of been changing my approach here lately. I'm trying different things. Been starting to use that PCI anchor a little bit, and really didn't help me there as I got on top of the ball. And boom, thrown out first. I've been trying to switch around this is not the view that I'm using. Strike zone high. Okay. Yeah, I just switched it from strike zone to strike zone 3, and then from strike zone 3 to strike zone high. So let's see how strike zone high does. As I take one across the inside of the corner. All right. Misses down low. Way early on the curveball. Sorry, I've been up for about 30 minutes. So, just did take that one, and it just did miss. So, and the pitch. Did I get a piece? Yes, I did. All right. I'm sure if I did or not. Way too early on these. And then late on the fastball. Maybe I should have went into practice mode before I started. But late on the fastball, just late. So, I'm adjusting. There's one slapped into the gap, but the center fielder looks like he's there, and he does squeeze it for the out. Well, looks like this is going to take more than one try to do this. Might get lucky if I hit a double and a homer in my next 2 at-bats, so we'll see what happens. High curveball, misses up and in. So anyway, as I was saying, the Royals been kind of annoying me lately. And there's a bomb to left. Santo got all of that one, puts it into the left field bleachers. Massive home run, 390 feet. Let's see a replay of that one. Hanging slider right down the middle, and I did not miss it. Boom. It just made it look like he was standing outside the box. But anyway, he got all of that one. Somebody made a nice catch on that play, on that ball. So the bottom of the 8th we go. Just need a double, and we can finish this one. 2-2-2. And I swing through a curveball. That's my issue. I'm always early on the curveball, it seems like. And that's not going to be enough. Had to go for 2. Yep. Restart. I had to go for 2. Wasn't going to do me any good just stay at first, so. Alright. Attempt number 2. Really do like his swing. Seems like he'd be a good card for me to get. Take that fastball over the outside corner. Didn't really want to do anything with that. Here comes the next pitch. Keeping me outside. Alright, we'll just look out there and probably bring it back inside here. So, nope, stayed outside again. That's what I get for guessing. Now he's going to come inside, I would guess. Yep, and that's into the gap. Come on, get past him. Get to the wall. Get to the wall. Oh, still going to try it. Still going to try it. Yep, you're going to get in there. That's a double. That's the one I needed on the last at bat. But got it here, so that's a good way to start this little moment. Started off with a ringing double into the gap. Oh, that was a pitch I should have mushed. But I didn't, so I won't. And that's slapped in the right center. Running away. I had to try it. So I got three total bases. I had to try it, though. On these moments, I'm always going to be aggressive on the base paths, just to try to get the extra bases. Because I never know when I'm going to get a chance. Didn't get that one. Just missed it. All you need is a home run. Well, actually a triple, but doubt you're going to get a triple with Santo. And that's probably going to be the last at bat. Oh, well. Ain't even going to bother. Yep. So try number 3. Had the same 2 total bases left this time. So, all right. What is it they say? 3rd time's a charm. Yeah. Okay, we'll go with that. And the pitch. Dang it. So what's going on at the movies these days? Doctor Strange just came out, last Friday, I believe. Still haven't got out to see that, so I really want to see that. Supposedly there's a lot of cameos in it, so I'm sure my buddies already went to see it. Sacrifice fly, but that doesn't really do anything. I need total bases, not RBIs, so. And that's right to the center fielder. He doesn't even have to move. That was a little bit of bad luck. All right, just need a home run and a double. That's all. Nothing to stress about. Well, ground out to third. And I'm not even going to let this one continue. I'm going to restart. I might get one more at bat. I'm not going to hit a six base homer, so. All right. Focus and finish. Let's get this done. So happy Wednesday. Hope everybody's having a good week. It's been slapped hard with a curveball early on it. It's been an interesting week for me. Stuff going on at work. which is mildly annoying. So I'm not going to go into detail here, but Jay, you have a pretty good idea of who I'm referring to. And that's going to be an error. That's not going to be a total base. So that's a bummer. What else is going on? Oh, good job, baby boy. Eat your pills. And that's crushed to left. All we need now is a double, Rodney. Yes, I'm old, I know. I have old references. They're ones that I remember from when I was growing up. Back before we had the internet and YouTube and all this stuff, so yeah, imagine that. Back when all this was dirt, and we were thankful. We went to school uphill in the snow, both ways. And we ate dirt, and we were thankful. You know, things are different today. I don't know how much more difficult they are or what. I can't gauge that. But they definitely are different. So, I know when I was growing up, oh, that one's hammered to left center. Could it get? Yes! We did finish it. Third time was the charm. All right. You know, my first video game system was the Atari 2600. My very first game was Space Invaders. This is a heck of a sight more complicated than Space Invaders ever thought of being. But, you know, they're both video games. They're both meant to be fun. So, the very first video game I ever played was Pong, however. Basically, table tennis on the TV screen with, you know, two little paddles, which were actually just straight lines, and a digital ball going back and forth on the screen. Yes, I know. Very, very mind-numbing at this point. But, you know, it was new and it was fun. You know, you didn't have anything else to compare it to at that point. So, you know, it's like, hey, this is pretty cool. And as video games have gotten, you know, more complicated, more, what's the word I'm looking for? More evolved, you know, we've come into, you know, like the PS5 and the Xbox and, you know, the Switch and all this other stuff. So, you know, it is what it is. People will complain about everything. So, this is my stadium. Benny Castilla. Alright. Diamondbacks' inaugural game, Benny Castilla played spoiler by crushing the first home run in the stadium's history in '98. I remember Benny. Benny Barbarino! Oh, sorry, wrong Benny. Y'all ever watch Welcome Back, Kotter? It was a good show. It was on for 4 seasons. It was a very fun show. And for the buzzwords of today, it had a very diverse character, you know, very diverse group of characters. Uh-oh. Did he get it? Did he get it? It's back. It's back. It is gone. One try. That's more like it. One try to get that done. That's all right. Back to the spotlight moments. First hit off the Sandman. May 23, 1995. Welcoming Mariano Rivera to the big leagues. I think this is back when Mariano was still a starter. If I'm not mistaken, they brought him up as a starter, if I remember correctly. And I don't think that lasted too long, but maybe as a middle reliever. I don't remember for sure, but I know he definitely wasn't a closer when they first brought him up.
Stepping in, the long ball threat, Tim Salmon.
But he definitely turned into one of the most decorated relievers of all time, that's for sure. Oh, popped him up. Got under the fastball.
Makes the grab, and that's the inning.
You know, the Angels have had Salmon and Trout. Think about it. I'm just saying.
This guy is an elite level hitter, especially considering
Random thoughts that run through my head. You know, that should be the theme of the day. Random thoughts. Cutter misses inside. So Tim Salmon was a pretty good player too. But you know, Mike Trout is he's just a special player. You know, you see a bunch of special players, but you know, the ones that are really special even stand out above them, and Mike Trout is definitely one of those. You know, and it's kind of a shame that he hasn't had any postseason success with the Angels. You know, in that respect, he's almost becoming like Ernie Banks with the Cubs. You know, it's kind of disappointing. You know, now not to say that I wanted him and the Angels to have any success when they played the Royals back in 2014, because that would be a definite lie. But I think I'd like to see Trouty have some success in the postseason. Not against either the Royals or Cardinals, but you know, he's just one of those players you root for. He's a good guy. He doesn't try to get the spotlight. You know, he just does his thing and he plays the game and he plays the game right. The only issue I can think of anybody really having with him at this point is his injury history, but that's just because he played the game so doggone hard. So we'll see. All right. Yes, Hershiser. Pardon me. Got all choked up about Hershiser there. Fun fact, when the 88 World Series was going on, I was in boot camp. So yes, I missed Kirk Gibson's walk-off homer because we didn't have any TVs. We didn't have any radios. We did not have smartphones. We did not have any of that. We actually had to write letters to our parents and friends to communicate with them. You remember letters, right? You know what they are? I don't think you do. Mail call was a big deal back then. So, but we'll see what old Hershiser can do here. I like these unis, these A's unis. These are one of my. They just look crisp. They look clean. They really look nice. That changeup's in the dirt. So yeah, I was in the middle of boot camp when Jack Bucks. I can't believe what I just saw. You know, I've seen it many times over the years on replays. You know, but that's one of those moments. If you didn't get to see it live, it's kind of a bummer because it was just an iconic moment in baseball history. It really is.
Yeah, and he creates a sense of urgency for the defense because of the speed, because of the ability to.
Tony Kemp. Let's see if we can't strike him out. You know, Kirk Gibson limping around the bases after he hits that home run off of Dennis Eckersley. Just one of those great moments in baseball history. Another great moment for me was and it was after the game actually. It was George Brett's last game in Kansas City. And he had his, his speech and everything. They did their presentation to him. And he's like, and they had played the Indians, and the Indians had stayed out to watch, which I thought was a really cool show of respect, for George and his career. And he made a statement about Kenny Lofton. That was when Kenny was really at his prime as far as his defensive abilities. Kenny Lofton, I hate you, man. You're taking about 3,000 hits away from me. Obviously he was joking because that's just, but it was just so funny. In his last game there, he kissed home plate, and they've got a great picture of him doing that. And it was really awesome. It was just. I remember when I heard the news that he was retiring. I was just so bummed because he was my absolute favorite player growing up. There's a lot of people that have a lot of negative things to say about him. As far as interpersonal interactions with him. I only interacted with him like twice, and he was the nicest guy I've ever met. So I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. Maybe they just caught him on a bad day or something. I don't know, but George Brett is and always will be my baseball hero. So be that as it may. We went up there to Cooperstown in '99 when he got inducted with Robin Yount and Robin Yount and Nolan Ryan and Orlando Cepeda. And up to that point, that was the largest crowd they've ever had up there at Cooperstown. They had like 50,000 people on the hillside and it was just, and there was a lot of Brewers hats, there was a lot of Rangers, Astros hats, for Ryan and for Robin Yount, of course, and had some Cardinals and Giants hats for Cepeda, but there was a very large majority of Royals hats that day. I remember because we were walking around and it just seemed like everywhere you turned there was somebody with a Royal hat or a Royal shirt, something. And it was really cool to see because how the Royals at this point, they weren't as putrid as they would get, but they were not good. And, it was good to see the support for the Royals was still there. I'm not sure the support for the Royals is going to stay if they keep playing the way they're playing now because people aren't going to be as forgiving for the 30 years because it's just ridiculous. Royals fans aren't asking for a lot. They're not asking to be in the World Series every year. We're not asking to have the highest payroll in the major leagues. We're not asking for that. We're asking for competitiveness. We're asking for a chance to enjoy what we're watching. A chance to believe that our team can be competitive and look halfway decent while doing it. They have not looked decent. They haven't looked competitive for the most part. And that's what's so frustrating as a Royals fan. Because everybody on the Royals staff wants to use small market. Well, St. Louis is a similar size to Kansas City. They have no problem with it. Granted, they've got more of a baseball tradition and history than the Royals do. They've been around way longer than the Royals have. But it's not like the Royals were trash when they first started playing. They were considered a model expansion franchise, for the very, first 25 years of their existence, really. It's just been the last 25, 30 years they've really kind of just went down the shitter, except for that little 3 year stretch in the mid-2010s. They've just been. It's mind-numbingly frustrating to see a team that you love look like they just don't give a shit. So, that's my rant on the Royals for the day. So, we'll get back to the moments. But, when the Royals play well, I'm happy. But I'm not as happy as I used to be. And when they play poorly, I'm not surprised. That's where I'm at with the Royals. Them playing poorly does not surprise me at all. It's not a shock. It's expected at this point. Really, you look at this team. They should be playing better than they are. They've got talent on this team. They do. But they've got a manager who has no clue what he's doing. They have a pitching coach who has no clue what he's doing. They have a bullpen coach who has no clue what he's doing. They have a hitting coach who has no clue what he's doing. And that filters down through the entire freaking organization because nobody is developed in this organization like they should be. It's just sad. And I'm still angry about it, but I'm not as angry as I think I should be. And I'm really on the precipice of apathy with this team. I really am. So, I love them. I always will, but it's just like last year I couldn't watch the Royals because we switched over to YouTube TV. This year I can't watch the Royals. No. Because they still don't have a deal with YouTube TV. Because Sinclair are money-grubbing jackasses. So. Which also means I can't watch the Blues. Because the Blues were usually on, what used to be the Fox Sports channel up here. So I can't watch them either. So the only way I watch the Royals is if they're on MLB or ESPN. The only way I watch the Blues is if they're on, NHL Game of the Night or whatever, on whatever TNT or whatever station they're on now. So. And it is what it is. It's one of the bad things about having so many doggone TV contracts that they splintered so much, and how do you have a local team that, at least a third of your market can't watch? At least. That's just insane. You're cutting off your nose to spite your face. You say you want to grow your game. You want to do these games in London. How about making sure everybody that's in the U.S. can watch their local teams? How about that? Why don't we start there? Why don't we get rid of these archaic blackout rules? Why don't we get rid of these stupid multi-different options for where to watch them? Make sure that local revenues go to local teams. Make sure that local people can watch their teams however they choose to watch it, whether it's direct TV, standard cable, or cord-cutting options like YouTube and Hulu. Why aren't all those made sure that everybody that wants to watch baseball can? Because they don't care about growing the game. They worry about the money. They can give lip service about growing the game all they want. They're talking about they want an expansion team over in London. Really? A team in London? 162 game season. You're going to have half the games? No. That's absolutely insane. Rob Manfred's a freaking moron. He's done nothing but ruin the game ever since he's been in office. So, yes. Old man shouting at the clouds today. That's what's happening. So, my name's Rob. Thanks for coming and checking out the stream. I do appreciate it. This is a 50 plus KC gaming channel. It's not usually a venting channel, but this morning apparently it has become one. So I apologize for that happening. But let's get back to the gameplay, shall we? No, stink. I don't think I was supposed to give up a hit. No? Okay, alright. Just no runs. Double check this. 1 inning, win a game, do not give up 2 runs. Alright.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Pinder off of first
So anyway,
Behind with that swing. It's strike one.
this TV situation with the Royals
The 1-1. Puts it in the air out
and
towards
don't
left
and
center.
forget about the Royals. Just think about people up there in Iowa. There are literally 6 teams they are blacked out of seeing.
Pitching and defense.
6. The White Sox, the Cubs, the Royals, the Indians, the Reds. I mean, the Cardinals. Just like, have you all lost your doggone minds, Major League Baseball? Never mind. I'm not even going to ask that question because I know the answer to it. Because it's not that they've lost their minds. They just don't care. All right. All right, let's open these packs here. Let's see if we get anything out of this pack. Dun, 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 dun. No. Yeah, Whit Merrifield has bottomed out, apparently. Let's see. Set 5 headliners. Let's see what we get. Something good, something good. Big money, big money. Stop. Really? All we get is a frickin' silver? Wow, that was depressing. That's my pack luck. All right, back to live action. Back to spotlight moments. Clayton Kershaw, first of 3 Cy Young awards. Sweet. Let's check this one out. Yes, I'm sure I want to enter this moment. Sorry about that. Checking my phone. Yes, I'm sure I will. So anyway, on more positive things. I think I've kind of figured out what my schedule is going to be. I mean, obviously I know what my schedule is. It's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but I think starting this week. I started with franchise on Monday. I'm thinking that's going to be a permanent thing on Monday, so we'll do that. Wednesdays we'll be doing what we're doing here, working on the program, conquest, stuff like that. And then Fridays I'm going to start dipping my toes into ranked seasons and events and battle royale. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I know I'm not the best player, but on the lower levels I should be able to scratch out a win or two every once in a while. In the events, they're usually 6 innings, and the battle royale I think it's 3 innings, or maybe it's the other way around. But at least if they're going to be beatings, they'll be swift. So that's my plans. I will have occasional Saturday streams, but that's going to be a little bit off in the future. So that's my plans currently. If you have any ideas for other stuff to do, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. Come on. Ooh. Good thing he got in front of that. What am I supposed to be doing here? 2 innings, strike out 2 batters. Don't give up a run. Do not give up a run. Very, very, very important. Do not give up a run. Yes, because you can't lose if you don't give up a run. There we go. Thanks for chasing that there, Fernando. You looked marvelous on that one. So anyway, after my little rant, you know, I kept it clean though, for the most part. I think I might have had a couple of curse words in there. If I did, I apologize. I don't remember, but I probably did. So I try to keep this safe for work,
In the air to left center. Bellinger.
but sometimes I slip. I am a former sailor, so I have been known to curse on occasion.
Singy, you gotta appreciate a guy who's this good defensively.
Occasion meaning daily, but you know, I have a tendency to try to make up my own curse words. So one of my favorites is "son of a motherless goat." You'll hear that a lot around me. Swing and a miss. All right, one more strike, and I'll take care of the strikeouts, and we can just pitch the contact if we need to. And nope, time to pop up though. So we still need no strikeout. 1 inning pitched, 1 strikeout left. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. All right. Manny Machado steps in. Machado. Manny Machado. First pitch to Manny. This is high with a fastball. So, yes, Tyrann Mathieu actually signed with the Saints, and he made his little farewell statement to the fans. I'm just sitting here wondering how much of that statement was actually genuine or not. Considering he had all that interaction with the fans where he said they were the most toxic fans in all of sports. So, you know, him and Anthony Hitchens both. Now they're both not here. So, it don't really matter though. You know, the world of Twitter is a whole lot different than the actual real world. So, that's something that a lot of people just have to remember. Twitter is not real life. It's like Mike Tyson has said. You know, people have gotten too comfortable saying things that they wouldn't say in real life, on screen, behind a keyboard. And now people, that little situation with Mike Tyson the other day, a guy decided he was going to be all jump up in his face and start talking smack and throw a water bottle at him. It's like, you don't do that to anybody, let alone Mike Tyson. And Mike Tyson just whooped his ass, which I thought was hilarious. You know? I apologize for all that. All the friendly folks that are out there listening. Judging by the attendance, you're not. But, you know, hey. Another Major League Baseball reference there. Major League, I should say, not Major League Baseball. Come on. There we go. All right, got that one done. The pitching moments are usually fairly easy. I can usually get the pitching moments done on the first try, generally speaking. Of course, this is with Cishek. He says Cishek. All right. And the Marlins closer in 2013, Steve Cishek converted 73 saves. Start off this. Cishek finished off Saber, recording 2 strikeouts and not allowing a run. No problem. Of course, as soon as I say this, I'm going to have all kinds of issues. You realize that's how that's going to work, right? So, let's see. What else happened last night in the NHL?
here in Miami. New inning getting started. And stepping in for New York, Starling Marte.
Yeah, Blues won 5-2. Hurricanes won 5-1. Take a 3-2 lead over the Bruins. And the Leafs won 4-3 against the Lightning. The Leafs are finally good again. And the Kings beat the Oilers in overtime 5-4. They've got a 3-2 lead now. So all in all, some really good games last night. Especially that Kings-Oilers game. NHL playoff games that go to overtime are probably one of my favorite things to watch because the back and forth is just so entertaining, so intriguing. Name a word, it is. Because it's always entertaining. You know, you have a guy that lines up a slap shot and it bangs off the post, and you can just hear the crowd just gasp, or there's nothing quite like an NHL overtime game. It really is. It really is something cool to watch.
The tying run at the plate. And that's through there for a strike.
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Just need another strikeout and then win the game. No problem. As Francisco Lindor steps in.
That one's in there, 0-1.
Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. There we go. All right, got the 2 strikeouts out of the way now. But just don't give up a run to Petey. To the polar bear. We should be golden. I love his delivery. I hate it when I'm facing him. Guys like this just drive me crazy when I'm playing him because it's hard to pick up the release point. At least for me. So, but then again, never said I was a good player. It is what it is. Alright, so that moment is done. Fun. Making progress on the... We're up over 340 now, so cool. At least want to get to 400. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get to 600 this time. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Alright. Spotlight moments. I'm sure they'll have a double XP week next week or something. But 2 hits and a home run for Jambi. He's Jambi, damn it. Oh, there I go with that cussing again. My apologies. I apologize to all the friendly folks out there listening. Yes. Smokey and the Bandit reference. Another one of my favorite movies. Jackie Gleason was just perfect as Sheriff Buford T. Justice. He was just absolutely perfect. And it's one of those movies that probably couldn't be made today in such a politically correct culture.
Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. First pitch, just misses. You're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
All right, Jambi, let's get a homer. I probably should have mushed that, but I was just landlocked on that curveball. And the pitch. Swings through a changeup. Like I said, the off-speed stuff I just have a tendency to be early on. And then I swing at one in the dirt. My hitting is going so well today. Fastball up and in. The count is full. Aaron Judge on deck. Got a hold of it, but he didn't get all of it. A nice sacrifice fly, which does absolutely nothing. Actually, just a fly out. I don't think there was anybody on base, was there? All right, be ready for that high curve. That.
Puts it away. 2 away now.
There's a fly in here, and he's driving me crazy. I may have to go offline for a minute and just whack this fly. And the pitch.
Swings through that one.
Early on the changeup.
Pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on.
Slider away.
Confidence out there on the mound that you can
Down in the dirt.
Here's a 1-1.
What was I gotta do? 2 hits and a homer. All right. Still got a shot. So you're saying there's a chance? No, there's not. Well, that's a bummer. Well, we still got a chance at 2 more bats because we're in the 7th. All right. Now I can go ahead and restart. Didn't even get a chance in the 9th, so whole lot of poor hitting there. But that's all right. And he hits him. That's a good way to start the moment. Immediately lose a chance to get anything done with a hit batter. That's lovely. Really. All right. All right, let's see what happens here. Very early on the changeup. My batting eye is apparently closed this morning. Swinging a slider inside. That was silly. Like I said, my batting eye is closed this morning. Actually had good swing timing. Unfortunately, it was out of the zone. And I couldn't quite get to it. All right, Gambino. And he hammers it, but it's foul. You got that short porch down there and right. Use it. I'm trying. Well, there's at least a hit. So that's a... And that's pretty appropriate of how things are going. But doesn't matter a whole lot in the grand scheme of things. That was horrible. Hits him again. Twice in the same moment. He gets hit. Just throw me a meat pitch so I can hit the homer and get this thing over with. And he did, and I missed it. Oh my goodness. I'm giving myself a headache with the way I'm batting right now. Oh my gosh. Hey, how about that? I didn't curse right there. I kept it safe for work. How about that? Oh boy. All right. Back to live action. And that's a nice little pop-up to the second baseman, shortstop, whoever that is. All right. Third time's a charm, right? Third time's a charm. I think it's only the third time. It might be more. It seems like more. The way I'm hitting, it probably will be more.
Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average.
All right. Don't need to see the Yankees.
Value in the fact that he hits both
Well, hello, Sophie. I'm glad you decided to join us.
in the dirt.
My other pooch decided to come in and sit at my feet. Nice diving grab up. Where was he running to? Someone explained to me where he was running to.
Nice job by the first baseman to dive, get dirty, knock that ball down, and if the pitcher's
What
not there,
was he doing?
flip it to.
Could somebody explain that to me, please? I have no clue what that fool was doing on there. Okay, I've grabbed the ball. Now I'm going to run away from the base and the pitcher. Fouls it off. That's another one of those mysteries of MLB The Show. Why does it do this? We don't know.
He's been trying to tease the zone with that slider, but these hitters
Now,
have patience, not going outside the strike zone.
yes, there have been a lot of complaints about MLB The Show, particularly from the online community. You know, you've got big name streamers like your friend Kyle, who's been really outspoken about it, talking about how the game is already dead. You know, even Graceful Swan, who's one of my favorite guys to watch, he's complaining about how it's not fun. And maybe online it may be. Offline it's a lot more fun than I think than, you know, now is franchise, you know, perfect? Absolutely not. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff to do. But, you know, I'm not going to tell somebody how they should want to play. So if their preferred mode of play doesn't feel fun, it's not fun. I mean, it is what it is. But, you know, I remember last year when everybody was complaining about franchise needed to be fixed, and all these Diamond Dynasty players were like, shut up, it doesn't matter. You know, well, the shoe's on the other foot now, isn't it? And I'm not thrilled about that because I want this game to be the best it can be because I like playing baseball. I like playing this. And I'm really trying to dip my foot into the online play. And, well, at least I'm going to be. You know, like last year was the most online games I played ever. You know, I had 32 ranked season games and you know, probably close to that many on events and Battle Royale, which I usually don't play. Get out of here. There we go. So we finally finish it. So, but it's never fun when one part of the game doesn't perform the way the community wants it to. I think last year the Diamond Dynasty community, you know, they thought they were, you know, everything was just hunky-dory and don't worry about franchise because we don't play that. Well, that's not the point. The point is it's part of the game and it's been neglected. Franchise has been. It's been neglected for far too long. And, you know, now things are kind of not the way the online players want it. And they're not happy. And some of the franchise guys that were upset last year are kind of blowing it back in their face this year, which I don't think is going to do a whole lot of good. You know, as a community, if you're infighting, it's really not good. It's not a good look. That's why I don't go on the forums a whole lot because it's pretty toxic on there. Whenever I've been on there, you know, I'll come on. You know, if I have a concern, I'll come in and say it. But I don't read a whole lot of the forums anymore. You know, I've learned that over the years. It's just like Bungie in the Destiny forums. It's just ridiculous. You know, forums. You know, it gives birth to. It has given birth to the term keyboard warriors. You know, There's people that will say stuff in forums that they wouldn't say to somebody to their face. Because they can hide behind a keyboard with the anonymity or however you want to say it. But all right, win a game, give up 4, strike out 4. All right, little Bobby Gibson here, little Bob Gibson action. Let's go. So maybe it's just because I'm older and I just don't see the point in. I never saw the point in trash talk anyway. But that's just me. But I really don't see the point in beating your chest online. It really accomplishes nothing. So, but, there's those powder blue Chicago unis. Not my favorite, but they are pretty nice. Cardinals Cubs. One of the iconic rivalries in Major League Baseball. You got Yankees Red Sox, Dodgers Giants, Cardinals Cubs. Those are the top 3 in my opinion. Swing and a miss. Yeah, Frank the Tank Swindell, who just got optioned down, I do believe. He had his 1-year wonder thing, but I don't think he's going to be. And that sucks because I always thought Frank had the possibility to be a really good player. But, he never really got a shot with the Royals. And, what little chances he did get, he didn't he didn't take advantage of them. So, the Royals rightfully let him go. And he had a good season last year, but, for the Cubs, but he has reverted this year apparently. I hope he can turn it around. I like the Royals had a guy, Bob Hamlin, he came up, he won Rookie of the Year for crying out loud, and then he just disappeared. Because he couldn't hit lefties at all. I remember making a sign and taking it out to the ball game, the hammer-o-meter, keeping track of his home runs, which I thought was pretty cool, but you don't see me doing anything like that these days. I haven't been out to Kauffman Stadium since 2018. I just don't want to put up with the hassle of it anymore. I love baseball, but I won't go. I'll barely go if they're free tickets anymore. I certainly won't pay to go out there and deal with the nonsense. Especially when the team they put on the field is pretty putrid anyway. Was I wanting to see Bobby Witt? Absolutely. Am I going to pay to go out there and watch him? Probably not. I can't watch him on TV. Unless they happen to be on MLB or TBS or any other, which they are very rarely. Why? Because they're horrible. They can talk about market size all they want, but you've got to draft and develop, and they don't develop anybody. They really don't. The 16 years that Dayton Moore's been here, we've had 2 winning seasons. Anywhere else in the major leagues, you've been out the damn door. Instead, he gets promoted because they didn't want to fire his ass, I guess. Yes, I'm annoyed at the Royals. And their pitcher that they took last year in the draft. Really? Oh, yeah, he's who we wanted. Well, that's fine and dandy, but the only thing saving the Royals on that is it's not like the NFL draft where everybody knows all the players. You know, baseball draft is a little more anonymous, you know, unless you're just really into it. And I don't think anybody really is. I mean, it's a very small group that's really into the Major League Baseball draft. But when it's your team, and the consensus among the fans is that you screwed up the pick, that's not a good sign. That Frank Monzicato or whatever his name was that they took last year, that was just like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Especially with who was still on the board, you know, with Kuar Rocker. And he wound up not signing with the Mets, who chose him. So, you know, I can see, you know, if they were sure they weren't going to be able to sign him, okay, you know, signing Kumar Rocker. But if you're not even going to try, because it smells like the Royals when David Glass first took over. You know, anybody after the first round, it's $1,000 signing. Otherwise, they're just, you know, and scouts didn't have phones. You know, how the hell do scouts not have phones? That's just insane. And John Sherman hasn't shown any inclination to do any better than what Glass did his first few years. So, hey, we signed Mike Minor. Hey, woo. It's just, we signed Carlos Santana, who's clearly at the end of his career. You know, because he just cannot hit anymore. He could still get you good at bats, but he just cannot hit anymore. The bat speed is gone, I think. So, you know, it's hard being a Royals fan, really. It really is. Especially when across the state you see a team doing it the right way.
So this guy right here, he's looking to do anything he can in this leadoff at bat to make it tough.
And a pitch. And there's your strike.
I can only imagine the nerves that some of the defensive players have right now. You've got to have the mindset.
I guess to be fair, you know, I guess it sucks. It hurts to say this, but a lot of Kansas City fans are fair weather fans. They really are. You know, you've got your hardcore bunch, which I consider myself to be in. Because I still root for them. I still listen to the games, even though I can't watch them. But there's a lot of people. Unless the Royals are winning, they aren't paying attention. You know, I still listen to stuff on the radio. I still look at the box scores. I still torture myself with all that because I still follow the Royals and they are my team. But there's a lot of people in this area that, hey, when Hosmer and Kane and Moustakas and, you know, Escobar and the World Series run, you know, they were, ooh, yeah, go Royals, woohoo! Now they've fallen back under 500 again. It's a ghost town. And really, to be honest, it's starting to affect the hardcore fans too. It really is. Because when you've had a team, you know, every year they've had a 6-game losing streak, they've never made the playoffs. You know, which isn't hard to see. You know, because that's pretty much a sign of a bad team. Six plus game losing streak within the first 2 months of the year. That's usually a pretty bad team. So, you know, the last 10 years, there's only been 2 years they didn't have a 6-game losing streak during the first 2 months of the season. Guess which two seasons those were? 2014, 2015. So, you know, Royals are.
That one is absolutely belted.
And that is gone, and that's not the way I wanted to do that. So that's a bummer. That's going to have to see, like I said. As soon as I say it's going to be easy to do a pitching one, I'm going to mess it up. All right. Do not give up a run. All right. Does this mean with Bob Gibson I have to hammer the first guy up?
Top of inning number 7. Now the first baseman,
So anyway, that's my thoughts on the Royals. Hopefully they'll get better. I'm not expecting them to. It's not. They say they've got the number 3 rated farm system in baseball or whatever, but and allegedly they've changed their development strategies over the last few years, but I don't believe it. I'm a Missouri boy. You're going to have to show me. And this team is just not a very good team. It's just not. And that's a bummer. Like I said, we're not asking for a whole lot. We're not asking for them to be in the World Series every year. We're not asking for them to have the highest payroll in Major League Baseball. Oh, come on.
not stopping. He's going for 3. And the tying runs aboard with a leadoff triple. Runner at third with 1 gone. In half up to hit. That one's in there, 0-1.
We're just asking for him to be competitive. That's all we want.
He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
We don't want to be out of the race by May 10th every doggone year. No, pardon me. We want to have meaningful games throughout the summer into August and September, with the possibility of getting to October. But with this organization, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen. Certainly not going to happen with Matheny at the helm. He hasn't learned anything from St. Louis.
Swings through that one, 0-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider. Not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
I'm literally at my wit's end with the Royals, because it's the same results, different year. It's just they're out of it before the season even really begins, and it makes for long summers. It really does. People around here are already counting down the days to Chiefs training camp. Chiefs training camp. Not the Chiefs season, Chiefs training camp. It's like, gee, many people. So, apparently this old man yells at the clouds today. I apologize. Get off my lawn! So, we will see what winds up happening with the Royals. But they are, like I said, they are pacing for another 100-loss season, and it is just not pretty right now. They can't hit. When they hit, they can't pitch, and when they pitch, when they can't hit, they pitch. It's just, it's aggravating. And like I said, it's almost to the point where I'm starting to just go, okay, whatever. I'm just, but I'm not gonna just abandon them as much as it would probably be better for my health if I did. But, you know, it is what it is. They've been my team. And they're going to continue to be my team. I'm not going to be one of those fair weather fans that doesn't root for them. So, or doesn't pay attention, because I do pay attention. But I can feel the apathy setting in, because it's really hard. It's really hard to watch them right now. And that's not even taking into account that I can't hardly watch them, unless I use my friend's account to watch. So, because once again, I cannot watch my local team because they don't have a local deal with the provider that I use. So, in Sinclair, Bally Sports, Young take a flying leap off of a short pier, as far as I'm concerned. Swing and a miss. So, all right, that's enough of my ranting. So, get back to the gameplay here. Hopefully, of course, I'll probably start ranting again and start shaking my fist at the clouds. I feel like that old man on The Simpsons.
Just a solid pitching performance so far, and I really think it's because of that curveball.
So, what do y'all think? Y'all think the Royals are worth following? Do you have a team that you follow that you have issues with? Alcantara fouls off the sinker. All right, Hoot. I never have really. I know his nickname was Hoot, but I don't know why they call him that. I'll have to find that out. I bet there's an interesting story behind that. Or maybe not. Who knows? And the pitch. Come on, over first. There we go. 2 outs to go. See how many do I? Still need another strikeout. All right. Better get a strikeout. I thought I had enough strikeouts, but apparently I do not. I need one more. One more strikeout, Rodney.
Moving it around, doing what he does.
Next one is off the plate, and a count 2-1.
And the pitch.
Next one misses.
Wow, really?
Righty delivers. There's the strike.
And the pitch. Strike 3. Caught him looking. That was nice. That was a nice pitch right there. That's probably my best slider of the day. Just caught the corner. Brings up Frank the Tank Swindell. High fastball called. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 delivery to Swindell. Slow roller to third. Over to first to Pujols, and that retires the side, and that's a winner. Yep, that's an homage to Jack Buck right there. So we got that. All right, so we almost finished all the spotlight moments. We just got one more. Carlos is crushing it. Carlos Delgado. Nearly half of his hit was Toronto went for extra bases. Are you sure you wish to enter the selected moment? Yes. Did not realize that. Easy for me to say. I didn't realize he played that. Over 1,400 games with the Blue Jays. All right. First pitch. Fastball misses inside the Delgado. Ball 1. All we got to do is get an extra base hit. We should be able to do that with 1 at bat.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. 1 run across. Another scores. 2 runs in on the play. It's 2-0.
Or maybe not. Maybe he'll take 2 at bats. 2. Nope. Maybe 3.
Gathers and throws to first. And out 2 balls.
Sound like the goat boy.
First pitch. Well, the Blue Jays have seemed to go all in.
I was watching Jim Brewer on YouTube the other day. That's why that one's kind of stuck in my head at the moment.
In an intense game, 40,000, 50,000 people screaming. That's like being
His stories about how he got that, how he came across that was just hilarious. So him and his buddy were out at a zoo and they were drunk and they were mimicking the goats. Oh, that's hammered out in the right center field. That's going to be 2. If not, it's out. It's out of here. There we go. All right, so finish the moments. That's good. That's good. Good. So finish the spotlight moments. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So where are we up to now? Since I can't see behind my screen up here. All right, well, we're about halfway to 360, so we're getting there. All right. Now, we're going to go into mini seasons and try to finish off this mini season here. We will go with Matthew Allen. We haven't used him yet. So let's see what happens here. We win this game, we win this mini season, so that will give us some XP and some stubs, and yay, stubs. See, I've only got 6 teams to finish on the collections. Toronto with Vladdy, obviously. The Angels with Shohei and Trout. Atlanta with, who is it with Atlanta? Acuna. Mets with DeGrom and Scherzer. The Dodgers with, pretty much all of them. I do have Freddie for the Dodgers, but I Trey Turner and Mookie Betts, I know. And of course, the Padres with Tatis and Machado. Fastball misses up and into Taylor Ward, the leadoff man from the Knights in this game. Oh, and he hammers it, but is it going to stay fair? No, it hooks foul and out of play. So he got all of it. It was just too early. The 1-1 pitch. Hammered hard in the left field corner. That should be extra bases. He turns first. He's headed for second. Slides in safely with a leadoff double. And the leadoff man for the Knights gets on, and that brings up Alex Dickerson, the left fielder. Takes a called strike at the knees with a cutter. 0-1 to the 2-hole hitter for the Knights. Hit hard to first. Advances the runner to third, so a productive out for Dickerson, and there's 1 out here in the top half. With Pete Alonso stepping in. As you can see, we don't have the logos, which are annoying, but it is what it is. First pitch to the polar bear. Slider way up high and out of the zone, ball 1. Here comes a 1-0 pitch. It's hammered out to left center. The left fielder's going back. It's going to be off the scoreboard. Alonso's got himself an RBI double, and the Knights lead 1-0 here in what could be the final game of the season. 1-0 Knights. Adley Rutschman steps in. Backstop for the O's. Hard one hopper to short. Alonso retreats to second, and the throw across gets Rutschman 2 outs here in the first. As the newly signed Cubs superstar Seiya Suzuki steps in. First pitch to Suzuki from Lauer on its way. Another one hopper to short. There's a replay. And that retires a side, but RBI double from Pete Alonso gives the Knights an early 1-0 lead. Edmund, Tucker, and Chisholm due up for the Pinheads. Let's see if we can just make this a quick little... Work on him with the fastball away here. Start. Fastball catches the corner. Strike one. Slapped out into right. Suzuki's there and squeezes it for out number one. So, leadoff man is retired. Kyle Tucker steps in. Hitting .500 for the Pinheads. Still working with the fastball here early on. Caught more of the plate than I wanted, but called strike one as Tucker takes it for the strike. The 0-1 delivery. Fastball misses away. Evens the count at 1-1. Here comes a 1-1 delivery. Fastball misses outside. 2-1 now. Alright, the 2-1 pitch to Tucker. Try something off speed here. He's out in front of the curveball. Counts even at 2-2 now. Let's try a fastball inside. See if we can't bust him inside. Swing and a miss, strike three. Alright. So 2 down for Jazz Chisholm, who's hitting well for the Pinheads at .429. Bust him in to start with. Everybody else has started with fastball away. Here comes a 1-0 delivery. Misses low with a fastball. 2-0. He's behind to Chisholm here. 2 outs in the first. 1-0 Knights. And here comes the 2-0 delivery to Chisholm. Changeup catches the bottom of the zone at the knees. Called strike one. Let's see if we can't bust him in with a fastball. Swings through the fastball very early. Counts even at 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch from Allen. Swings through the changeup, strike three, and that retires a side. To the second we go, 1-0 Knights. Lindor, Escobar, McNeil due up. Let's see if we can't bring in a Aroldis Chapman. All right. 4 games, 0-1 the record. 5 innings, 1.8 ERA, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk. Hasn't allowed a hit to a left-handed batter yet this season. So, Francisco Lindor, the switch hitting shortstop for the Knights, steps in. First pitch. Hammers it down the left field side, but hooking foul. Loud strike one. Fastball catches the inside corner. Counts 0-2 now to the 6th hole hitter for the Knights. And the 0-2 pitch. Gus got a piece of a splitter. Stays alive. Count remains 0-2. Chapman's pitch. 3 hopper to short. Cross beats Lindor by a couple steps and a 6-3 put out. 1 out here for Eduardo Escobar. Batting a cool 1,000 since being inserted into the lineup. I actually think he's got 1 hit, so that's why I think he's only had 1 at bat. It was a pinch hit at bat, I believe. So takes a fastball for a called strike one there, 99-mile-an-hour heater. The 0-1 pitch. Fouls off the fastball down the right side out of play, and it counts 0-2 now to the 3rd baseman. Just got a piece of the splitter. Count remains 0-2. Chapman gets a sign from the catcher. Slider misses inside. 1-2 now the count. Aroldis sets and delivers. Slow roller down the third base side. This is going to be a tough play. And Escobar beats it. Infield single. And that brings up Jeff McNeil. All right. Fastball over the outside corner. Strike one. All right, we need to get somebody up. We'll get Britton up. 0-1 pitch to McNeil. It's a lazy fly ball down the right side and out of play. 0-2 now to the 8th hole hitter. It drops in for a base hit. The first base hit against the lefty that Chapman has allowed. And it's 1st and 3rd now. Seth Lugo comes in for the Pinheads. That's an interesting decision. He's a righty. We've got all lefties pretty much, so we're going to jump up there with Eddie Matthews. All right. First pitch from Lugo to Eddie Matthews is on its way. Slapped hard the other way. And here comes the runner from third. And he just beats the throw. It was just a little offline, and the catcher couldn't quite get back to the plate for the tag, and it's 2-0 now. That brings up the leadoff man, Taylor Ward. Doubled and scored his first time up. First pitch from Lugo. Swings at a slider way out of zone. That's strike one. Not exactly the best swing there, but hey. Lazy pop up to right. The right fielder is there and squeezes it for out number 3. So they push across another run on the sacrifice fly. 2-0 heading to the bottom of the second. Devers, Haniger, and Bellinger due up for the Pinheads. And the new pitcher is going to be Zach Britton. As Rafael Devers steps in. Here comes the first pitch from the O's closer. Fouls off the sinker, strike one. The 0-1 delivery. Swings through a slider, strike two. 0-2 the count now to Devers. And well, let's just bust him in. He fouls off the fastball. Count remains 0-2. Swings through a slider, strike three, and there's a 1 down here in the second. Mitch Haniger steps in. Here comes the 0-1 first offering. Hammered down the left side, but foul and out of play. The 0-1 delivery. Swings through a sinker, strike two. And here comes the 0-2 pitch from Britton. Slider swung on and missed, strike three. 2 batters, 2 strikeouts, and Cody Bellinger steps in here in the bottom half of the second. Pinheads down 2-0 to the Knights. First pitch to Bellinger. Sinker misses inside, ball 1. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball slapped hard the other way in the left field. That's going to be extra bases. Dickerson's on his horse, but Bellinger's going to come in easily to second with a 2-out double. There's a runner in scoring position with 2 outs for Byron Buxton. First pitch to Buxton. Slider right down the middle, taken for a called strike. Not exactly where Britton wanted to put that, but he got away with it. Swings through a sinker, strike two, so it's 0-2 now to the 7th place hitter for the Pinheads. Here comes the 0-2 delivery. Swings through a slider, strike three, and that retires the side. So the 2-out double does not hurt the Knights. It's going to be Dickerson, Alonso, and Rushman for the Knights here in the top half of the third. As Joely Rodriguez gets the call for the Pinheads. Knights got a chance to put a pin in this season, as it were. Get their 5th consecutive mini-season championship. Dickerson steps in. The first pitch from Rodriguez. Hit hard back up the middle, but right into the shift. The second baseman is there and throws him out at first. Brings up the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Doubled and knocked in the first run of the game. That's hit hard out to center field, but the center fielder doesn't have to move a bit. Oh, all right, down there, baby boy. You okay, handsome? Don't know if you can hear my Baby boy pup down there. He's coughing a little bit. All right, Rushman. 2 outs here in the third. First pitch. Slow roller to third. Devers across to the first baseman. And that retires aside. So a 1-2-3 third. Bottom half we go. Kelly, the pitcher spot, and Edmond due up for the Pinheads. 3 outs away from securing another mini-seasons championship. Carson Kelly faces Zach Britton here leading off the third. First pitch. Slider taken at the knees, called strike one. Here comes the 0-1 offering. Fastball misses high and inside, evens the count at 1-1. Britton gets the sign from Rushman, and the pitch. Swings through a sinker, strike two. So 1-2 is the count now to the Diamondbacks backstop. The 1-2 delivery. Sinker misses low, evens the count at 2-2. Let's try slider inside, see if he chases. He does. Strike three. Fourth strikeout for Britton. In an inning and a third, he struck out every out he's gotten has been a strikeout, and that brings up Luis Robert. First pitch to the pinch hitter. Fastball outside. Ball one. The 1-0 pitch. Slider misses inside. Counts 2-0 now. All right, we'll get somebody up in the pen. We will get Kerry Wood up. Ball three with a fastball high. Fastball taken for called strike one. I wasn't gonna nibble. Want to at least make him earn his way on base. Slider fouled off, and the count is full. Payoff pitch coming to Luis Robert from Zach Britton. Fouls off a fastball down the middle. Count remains 3-2. Payoff pitch. Slow roller to third. Escobar charges. Over to Alonso at first. Retires. The pinch hitter Robert. 2 outs here in the third for Tommy Edmond. The last hope for the Pinheads. First pitch to Tommy. Slider taken down the middle for a called strike one. And he is out of energy. We're going to get a mound visit. Out to the bullpen. We are going to bring in Kerry Wood to finish out this ball game. The 0-1 pitch to Edmond. Fastball over the inside corner. 0-2 now to the leadoff man. Here comes the 0-2 delivery from Kerry Wood. Swings for a serve, strike three, and that retires the side. Strike three. Wow, I cannot speak. Strike three. And that is the ball game as the Knights have done it again.
Yeah, it was a low-scoring game, Boog, but sometimes those can be the best, especially this time of year.
And there we go. Matthew Allen, player of the game, 1 inning. Okay. Whatever you say, fellas. Pete Alonso had what was wound up being the game-winning RBI. All right, and there is your post-game stats. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Knights. No runs, 1 hit, no errors for the Pinheads. And just like that, the Knights have secured another mini-seasons championship. Dun, dun, dun. And we're getting there with those April monthly awards programs and the spring cleanup, so we're getting there. Getting there. Slowly but slowly. Yes, we know, it's the Knights, the season champions. Thank you for revealing this. We had no idea. Yes, I'd like to start a new one. But first, we're going to check out those packs. Yep. Total 5. Alright, let's open up the Ballin' as a Habit pack. Let's see what's in that bad boy. A gold. Well, at least we can sell him for stubs. Let's see if there's anything in these 15. Oh, well, there's my diamond out of the... That's not what I wanted to see. Diamond sponsorship. Yay, there's my diamond out of the packs. I'm so thrilled. Oh, we actually got one, so hang on here. Be somebody we need. Please be somebody we need. It's a good thing I didn't go through all that, so... Francisco Lindor, which one we already had. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Nothing on that. Open this pack. Come on, give me somebody good. Nope, still nobody good. Bubba Derby. That's a baseball name if I ever heard one. Nobody. Ooh, I did get Tommy Conley though, so that'll help. That'll help me finish up one collection with the. I know he was selling for 5,000. That Tommy Conley card. I'm just like, I'll wait for that to drop. I'm not buying that card. Alright, nothing out of these packs. Not getting a whole lot of luck out of these packs. We did get a Francisco Lindor, but, that doesn't really help since we already had him. And he's not a high diamond anyway, so we're not going to get much for him. But every little bit helps, I guess. Alright, let's go to our collections. Let's see, who was it with the... Right. Oh, now I've got 2 of him. So I still need Turner, Kershaw, and Betts. I would have really liked to have got some of those, but, hey. The marketplace, he's already done. Alright, so... Alright, to the Mets we go. Alright, so we got Lindor on the market. That's going to help our stub count. Alright. Let's see, we need Tatis and Machado. Let's see, once he's down under 170. I could probably go ahead and buy Manny, but let's see what Vladdy's going for nowadays. Oh, he's down under 200K, so. Trouty, he's as high as ever. Yeah, just haven't, oh, Iglesias is playing down to an 83. Just haven't collected Iglesias yet, in case I actually want to sell him for some reason. Still waiting to Acuna, so that's... So, basically Guerrero, Trout, Ohtani, Acuna, DeGrom, Scherzer, Turner, Kershaw, Boot. Actually, I could conceivably finish the Dodgers. If I could. So I just put in bids on Betts and Kershaw. If I put in a bid for Turner, alright, just looking at my phone for a second. Actually looking at the companion app for a moment. I still got 147K right now. If I put in a bid for Turner, it'll still leave me over 100K. Alright, so Turner, Kershaw, and Betts, all active. I sold Conley, I sold Lindor, I sold Lauer, sold Rogers. Alright, cool. Alright. Sorry about that. Doing a little bit of market stuff there. So hopefully we can get the Dodgers done. That'll get me that much closer. We just have as it stands right now, we need to get Vladdy Guerrero. Go ahead and every little bit helps. Alright, Hagen Danner. Alright, so let's get back to this. What do we got here with the spring cleanup? So the Braves are done. Let's see, we're up over 500 with the Orioles. We're up over 1,200 with the Cubs. We're up over 1,200 with the Mets. So, alright. Well, what I think I'm going to do now is I think I'm actually going to go play a CPU game. So, it's not going to be fun. Let's see what we got for Conquest. We still got So, yeah, I've already done the USA map. It's just you can repeat it. It's like with the mystery map, you can repeat it and get the sell order for Anthony K. Doggone it, that's not what I was hoping to see. That's alright. Alright, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Let's see. Well, here, we'll see what's going on in the events. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't. What events we got going on now? We will try an event game. This is probably going to be a natural disaster. Oh my goodness. A natural disaster. Yes, that's a Bull Durham reference. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's one of the best sports movies ever made. Definitely one of the best baseball movies ever made. So, alright, let's see here. No, we're not going to do So what we got going on in here? Just make sure. So this is what's going on right now. Pretty much got all that stuff done. Still haven't gotten Rizzo yet. And that's over in this program, right? Where am I at over here? Yeah, I am still. Alright, so I got those done. These missions. I don't have Crawford. I don't have Peterson. I don't have Miller. Romano's done. Lopez is done. Arano's done. Ward is working on. I don't have France. I don't have Wright. Don't have Dawson. Still working on these things. So if I can get these monthly award pitchers things done, I should probably go out and buy a couple, just so I can start really hammering on the. What are the monthly award pitchers? Let's go back to my inventory. All right, so I'm gonna use Pablo. He's the tops now. All right, Pablo, Romano. Boy, that's a tongue twister right there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, well, let's see, what is it, 9:30? I've got some stuff I've got to get done before I head off to my day job. So on that note, since I'm just trying to figure out what to do, I think I'm going to call it a day. I hope y'all are having a good Wednesday. I apologize for my old man rant about the Royals and Major League Baseball's blackout rules, but sometimes you just got to let it out. You know what I mean? So, thanks for coming and checking out the stream. My name's Rob. This is 50 plus KC Gaming YouTube stream. If I would appreciate it if you would check out Parkinsons.org. It is a cause that is near and dear to my heart. My wife was diagnosed a few years ago with early onset Parkinson's, and it would be really cool if you could check out some of the things that are known about Parkinson's, what they're doing to find a cure, and some of the things you can do to support the Parkinson's Foundation. So, if you think about that, drop by, give it a look-see, and hope y'all have a great Wednesday, and I will talk to you on Friday. Peace.